ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williamson Auditorium. This is probably the first jazz band concert that has been held in this auditorium in many, many years, and so welcome. Appreciate you all coming out tonight. This group started last year as a volunteer-only group that met one day a week after school. They did a great job last year, and as a result of their hard work, we actually added a 2-class schedule for the school year this year, so they meet every single day during seventh period. I get to hear them every day, and I can tell you that they have done nothing but improve since they became a full scheduled class. We're very proud of them. If you would at this time, please welcome Mr. Ronnie Godfrey and the Spring Hill Blue Notes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for coming out. Soloists on that song were Mr. Andy Pierce in the trumpet section, and Caleb Block on alto sax. So I told the kids that I didn't really plan on talking a whole lot tonight. They got some microphone changes and stuff, so I got to kill a little bit of time in between a couple of these tunes. But I just wanted to say that we'll be performing a big variety of tunes for you guys tonight. Christmas songs, not Christmas songs. So if you're not quite in the Christmas spirit yet, we're going to ease you into it, do some non-Christmas tunes and some Christmas tunes, so you won't get like an onslaught, especially if you're coming out to our concerts next week, which are junior high and high school bands. The other thing is, I just wanted to encourage you guys, when a soloist finishes a solo, please feel free to clap. You guys already seem to know that. You did a great job of it. So yeah, we have soloists quite a bit in jazz band, and whenever they finish their performance, feel free to give them a round of applause and show them that you enjoyed their solo. So, without further ado, let's roll it right along. We'll do a little bit of Ray Charles' Mary Ann. on the tenor sax, and Mr. Harrison Pico on the trombone. Now, one thing that we do a lot of in jazz bands, we do what's called improvisation, which is where, unlike traditional concert bands, we sort of go off the roadmap a little bit and we play music that we make up on the spot. Mr. Long's tenor sax solo that you got to hear right there was actually an improvised solo. He kind of made that up as he went along, which is really cool. And you'll get to hear a little bit more of that tonight as we progress through the evening. So the next tune that we're going to do for you guys is a little arrangement of We Three Kings that I listened to, and I was like, man, we got to play that one. So this is called And Kings Shall Swing. soloists on that particular tune were Caleb Saxon on the trumpet, Jake Buckaloo on the guitar, on the bass trombone. Now, all of the solos that you heard on that tune were 100% improvised solos. Those are solos that the students came up with on their own. During class, we actually take quite a bit of time learning how to improvise and what notes sound good over what chords, and it takes a whole lot of purposeful work in order to make those make solos that sound good and that complement the music that they're being played over. So I'm really proud of the work that these kiddos have done, learning how to do that. Y'all give them another hand. That's not easy to do. So one thing that you'll kind of hear sometimes is we'll take the same solo section like we did on this tune, and we'll play it one time without the backgrounds, and then we'll play it another time with the backgrounds. Typically, the solos will sort of build in intensity once the backgrounds are introduced, and then they'll pass it off to the next person. I put my notes away too soon. I can't remember all this stuff. I got to kind of go off the script, you know. So our next tune is going to be called Cage-Free Trombones, which obviously features the trombone section. They really enjoyed putting this together, and if you're a fan of the Springville concert bands and you came to our concert last year, you might recognize a little quote that we have at the end of this particular tune. So this is called Cage-Free Trombones. our trombone section. They all took a little ride on that song. We got Mr. Harrison Pico on the end over here playing first trombone. Mr. Jordan Tran, a senior, playing second trombone. We got Mr. Thomas Pico, the youngest man in the section, as a freshman, playing third trombone. And then Mr. Ty Barclay, a junior. Holding down on bass chords. Also dropped by our trombone section. Other soloists on this song were Mr. Cole Crawford on bass. And Mr. Caleb Saxon once again on trumpet. Alright, it looks like the band is all set for the next tune, so we'll go ahead and keep it rolling here. We've got an awesome little arrangement of Deck the Halls for you. It's called Deck the Halls with All Sorts of Funky. And it gets pretty dang funky. I mean, we got a wah-wah pedal and everything going on. It's going to be great. So here we go. Deck the Halls with All Sorts of Funky. So on that one, we had the younger Pico on third trombone with a solo for us. It was an awesome job, Mr. Thomas Pico. And Mr. Justin Dickerson with a little trumpet solo for us. And then Mr. Jake Buckaloo over on the guitar playing a little solo for us. So while we're here for just a second, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to our saxophone section. On the end over here, playing tenor for us, we have Mr. Tanner Long. Playing alto, we have Ms. Taylor Brewer. We have Mr. Caleb Blocker also playing alto for us. We have Mr. Jacob Zeracor, our other tenor player. We have Ms. Haley Yoder over here on the Barry sax. Who, by the way, is a freshman and holding it down on the Barry, doing an awesome job. Not joining us tonight for the concert is Ms. Abigail Wall. She had a family emergency to attend to tonight, so she couldn't make it, but we are excited to have her in the jazz band as well. So the next tune that we have for you guys is going to feature a little bit of drum set action. You're going to hear a lot of tom work and stuff from Mr. Jackson Massey over here on the drum set. This is called Sing, Sing, Sing. Man, that's an awesome little arrangement of that jazz classic, Sing, Sing, Sing. So now I'd like to introduce you guys to our rhythm section over here. The rhythm section is the heart and soul of any jazz band. You've got to have some very skilled musicians in those spots in order to make your band sound really good. And I think we're fortunate here in our jazz band in the Spring Hill Blue Note to have some really talented musicians over here. Starting with our drums, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Aaron Milam. And then Mr. Jackson Massey also drum some fun for us. On bass, we have Mr. Cole Crawford. Now, I also noticed that these guys are playing an upright bass. It doesn't have any frets, and so I don't know how they know where to put their fingers, but they do. They figured it out, so whatever. We also have Jared Hill on bass. On piano over here, we have Mr. Sean Benson. we have Miss Jakaya Peoples, Mr. Chris Kendall, and Mr. Camden Turner. And as you guys have probably noticed, we have some very festive sweaters on tonight. And some of the kids in the jazz were like, "Hey, Mr. Godfrey, can we wear tacky sweaters for the concert?" And I said, "I think that's a great idea." So that's what they did. So yeah, we're really having fun with the tacky sweaters. This next tune that we're going to do for you is one of my personal favorite Christmas tunes. It's the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasted on an Open Fire, and it's going to feature a little flugelhorn solo. Flugelhorn, if you didn't know, is kind of like a cross between a trumpet and a French horn. It's a little more mellow than a trumpet, but not, it doesn't have, it's more like a trumpet than a French horn. So you'll kind of hear a bit of a difference in the sound of this particular instrument versus a regular trumpet. But it's very common in jazz band, and we hope you enjoy this version of the Christmas song. very nice job by him. Everyone give him a round of applause. So one thing about jazz band that makes it unique and that makes it really awesome in my opinion is that everybody on stage here, for the most part, is responsible for playing their own part. There is nobody to back them up. There's an alto 1 part, there's an alto 2 part, there's a tenor 1, tenor 2, there's a bari part on every song. There's 4 trombone parts, there's 4 trumpet parts. And in the trumpet section, we actually do have some people doubling on parts, which is another awesome thing. We had like 8 trumpets that wanted to do jazz band this year, and I said, heck yeah, let's do it. So I want to introduce you to our trumpet section now. Over here, furthest to the left, we have Mr. Caleb Hutchinson. The guy that you just got to meet, Mr. Andy Pierce, is next to him. Mr. Justin Hickerson is our third from the left over here. We have Mr. Caleb Saxon over here in this awesome Star Wars sweater. We have Miss Lexi Smith. Chris Martin. Mr. Jackson Parrott. And finally, Miss Camden Glover. It's worth noting, by the way, that we have these guys on the right over here are our 3rd and 4th trumpet parts, which is very important parts to have because all of our chords in jazz band usually have at least 4 notes. These guys over here are all freshmen, every single one of them, which is awesome. They're going to be spending 4 years in jazz band and have a great time. So this next chart that we got for you, let's see here. What are we playing? What are we playing next time? Sweet. Okay, so this next tune, it's really, really cool. This is called A Nasty Bit of Blues. And it's going to feature a whole lot of technique. There's a section in the song where we're going to do what's called a shout, which is the thing you hear a lot in jazz band. The entire band will play the same thing for a few bars, and it's a really neat thing. We'll also have some more soloists in this song for you to clap for. So we hope you enjoy this really energetic tune called A Nasty Bit of Blues. Soloists for that particular tune were Ms. Haley Yoder, Mr. Cole Crawford on the bass. We heard from Mr. Hickerson on the trumpet, and Mr. Aaron Milo on the drum set. And also, it was brought to my attention, and I feel terrible for this, but when I was introducing the rhythm section, I forgot to introduce one of the most critical people, which you already got to meet him, but I feel like he deserves his own moment in the spotlight, and that's Mr. Jake Buckley, who's doing an awesome job on guitar. So, this is our last tune for the evening. And it saddens me that our evening is going to be coming to an end here in a minute, but I want to say that I really do appreciate you guys coming out, and if you give us a really big round of applause after we finish this one, we may just have one more in the bag. So, I don't know, maybe an encore or something. But anyway, this is a little bit of Tito Puente's Oye Como Va. We hope you really like this one. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Thanks to our parents, administrators, faculty members, other band staff, Mr. Kaiser, Mr. Pypack, Ms. Comberg. We so appreciate each and every one of you guys. It wouldn't be possible to do all this stuff without you. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week for our junior high and high school concerts on next Tuesday and Thursday night. Y'all drive safe. We'll see you soon.
That's what I was trying not to do.
Congratulations on the soccer.